Small update to the match. It is going to be Carter versus Gil VGC. Gil is being very nice and helping us fill in because Coil seems to be MIA in the moment. So hope everything's good with Coil. They just seem to be missing out right now. Yeah, record all the games you play. Look, I'm just here with a laptop. I'm super bad at technology. Gemma's trying to just get it to where I can stream regularly and people can hear me. So we're working on it. We're working on it.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get a prediction ready for this match.
Yeah,
just gonna start a prediction. Yeah, there's no predictions without me. So the prediction: bet your channel points. You can get rich. This is just like Vegas. The odds are always with you.
Oh,
and so
it looks like the match is just starting.
It sure is. We didn't even have a chance to talk about the teams, but that's okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the teams are, but we know that Carter has triple starters, Gmax, Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, as well as Whimsicott, Rhyperior, Raichu. I'm going to hope that Gil has what is on the screen of the classic Venusaur team of Porygon 2, Venusaur, Torkoal, Regieleki, Urshifu, and Landorus, going for the classic lead of Urshifu and Regieleki to get some speed control, crit things easily, and then we got Whimsicott, Charizard to get your own speed control on your side of the board.
For sure. That Regieleki is really threatening the Charizard. That Charizard does not want to take an attack from that Regieleki. I wouldn't be surprised to see it either protect or switch out here. Maybe expecting something like an Electro Web to slow down the Charizard, and it's going to take a ton of damage if it even lives that Electro Web.
Yeah, the kind of scary thing here that I would want to know is where the sash is, because if the sash is on the Urshifu, I'm not super worried, but if it's on that Regieleki, Charizard could be taking a big hit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes we see just, a light screen may go up from the Regieleki, in which case this Charizard might be okay. But we do see Carter go ahead and Dynamax that Charizard, maybe feeling okay that it's going to knock out that Regieleki. And we see the Tailwind from Whimsicott. As well as the Gmax Wildfire, which would, in fact, take care of that Focus Sash, but not until it takes some damage.
Thanks for following Mr. 3000 the movie. Appreciate it. Oh, it went all in on Gale. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like that. Oh, God! That was
quite
so
a bit.
Much.
I think that might give us a clue as to what the item is on that Regieleki.
Interesting. So we discovered that the sash is on the Urshifu, having notoriously horrible special defense stats. It's not going to survive any move that Charizard goes for, being so strong. The Tailwind does help get the speed control, but like now Charizard is -1, and there's a good chance that Regieleki is still faster. And with just a spread base 55 power move, it is a 2-hit KO onto that Charizard. So Carter's probably going to be a little bit worried, but they did get the Wildfire up, so the consistent chip is going to be really nice.
It is, for sure. Let's see what Carter goes ahead and goes for here. Could opt to Max Guard, could opt to Airstream. It's really just a question of what boosts they think that they're going to need.
Yeah, I really think that it was kind of a bit of a mistake not going after that Regieleki. Maybe they were hoping that it was just kind of threatened by Charizard's presence in the Tailwind that they would switch out. But I don't think you lose too much by just pressuring that slot, because Charizard's Gmax Wildfire is notoriously very strong.
It's true.
And also, it is reasonable to believe that that is specs based on the damage.
Right. We do see the Max Guard come out from the Charizard, as well as a Protect from the opposing Torkoal. So it's just the Regieleki v Whimsicott at this point. We see a Moonblast go into the Regieleki. That is not quite enough to take it out. But the special attack drop.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. But what's even nicer is dodging the Electro Web, because now Whimsicott is still faster than the Regieleki and can go for the Moonblast to pick it off, and Charizard can get a big hit off this Torkoal, potentially even turning this into a 1v4 for Gil VGC. But that Electro Web is going to be very helpful, and I don't know, depending on what you want in the back, I don't think you want anything but the Torkoal taking the hits.
Yeah, and now we see like just how important those misses are with that Electro Web. The Whimsicott still being able to move first and KO that Regieleki is huge here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know a Torkoal that's going to be able to survive a Max Quake from Solar Power, Sun Boosted Charizard, so it is going to be a 1v4, and Gil's going to need something really good in the back to be able to make a comeback from this point.
Well, Carter has proven me wrong. At the beginning of the match, I said that Charizard probably doesn't want to stay in, but here we are.
Turtle, that is some roller coaster luck right there. So it is Venusaur, luckily getting the chlorophyll boost. Honestly, at this point though, Charizard does so much damage in the sun, you may have to dodge whatever the fire type move is, usually Heat Wave or Blast Burn, not 100% accurate. Venusaur can dodge it and get a max ooze off of the Whimsicott. There's a very solid chance that Venusaur can make a comeback from this point, but right now the speed advantage is in Carter's position, and things are looking pretty dicey for that Venusaur.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be this Venusaur this time around, although, did I see that Venusaur carries a flying type move, or did I missee that? I might have misseen that.
The Venusaur is on the other side, so that was probably the Charizard that you were looking at.
Maybe.
I would love to see Max Venusaur.
Like,
that sounds like a nightmare to play against, though.
It sounds like an absolute nightmare to play against.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what this Venusaur decides to do.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, Venusaur definitely just has to dodge a fire attack from the Charizard.
I think that's right.
Yeah, Moonblast, breaking any potential sash, and Blast Bird connects.
Blast Burn. Oh, well, some good information gained there. Mm-hmm. Gil's going to have to do some adjusting in game 2. Now, though, he knows that Carter is packing Tailwind, knows that Charizard is looking to move quickly in the sun. So how do you think that Gil will adjust to this game 2?
Honestly, I think that Gil probably is going to want to go for the Trick Room option on their team. Porygon 2 is very strong. It looks like Carter's best Trick Room sweeper is Rhyperior, which matches up very terribly against the Venusaur. Of course, Whimsicott could have something like Taunt that would make this much harder.
Santaco says, don't miss webs next time. I mean, that's kind of the truth, right? That Electro miss was huge.
But the thing is, I think that Carter kind of gave Gil an opportunity that he might not get in this next game because they didn't go after the Regieleki in game 1. And personally, if it was me, I would always target the Regieleki.
Same.
Yeah, because that's the biggest threat to the Charizard. I mean, Charizard doesn't want to take a Wicked Blow, but I think it can survive a Wicked Blow into a Sucker Punch pretty easily.
And let's not forget that there's a Raichu on Carter's team that's very likely has that Lightning Rod ability that could do something to protect Carter's team from the Regieleki, because usually Regieleki are only carrying electric type moves. They're not usually carrying any coverage, so could be an option.
The only coverage it gets is Explosion, Hyper Beam, and Extreme Speed, so...
Nice.
But,
I mean, with its ability, it makes sense to just put some electric moves on it. It gets a good wide variety of those electric moves.
And with Transistor and Transistor turning like a mediocre special attack into something really devastating, especially whenever you pair it with Choice Specs.
I'm surprised
by Regieleki's damage output.
It's ridiculous. All right, it looks like we're underway.
Apparently, that makes sense. That checks out, right?
All right.
So Gil is going with the Landorus and the Regieleki, two things that are both very, very threatening against that Charizard.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to see here. I did not see what Carter chose to bring to the match, but if that Raichu switches in on like an Electro Web here, it could potentially protect the Charizard. The problem is that I don't think the Charizard really has any way of KOing that Landorus back.
Yeah, traditionally on these Sun teams, the item on Landorus is going to be an Assault Vest, and Whimsicott can't both set the speed advantage for Charizard and set the Sun to get the big damage, so I don't think Charizard has any way of hitting this Landorus, and Max Rockfall will just obliterate it. So I think it looks like a pretty safe Electro Webs and Rockfall onto the Charizard for Gil.
Yeah, even through a Charty Berry, I'm pretty sure that I didn't see what the item was either. I wasn't really not paying attention to Carter's team. I'm sorry. But we do see the Tailwind come out from Whimsicott, and Charizard is still in the match. Gonna go for the Scorching Sands. Interesting. And it is enough to go ahead and
no, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, just
so oh no, we do see the Electro Web just one hit KO that Charizard. Because it wasn't maxed, it took a whole lot more damage. And now we see the Rock Slide from the Landorus, just gonna hit that Whimsicott for about 70% damage.
Yeah. I'd say a pretty respectable play from Gil's side. If Charizard maxes, that's a lot dicier because Carter can get the KO onto the Regieleki and a Rock Slide. Rock Slide actually is usually a roll to KO. Oh wait, no, I think I'm thinking of Mega Charizard. But it wouldn't have KO'd Gigantamax Charizard. That's
really? The Electro Web plus Rock Slide wouldn't have KO'd that Charizard?
If they had maxed, they would have gone for an attack that would have KO'd the Regieleki.
True, very true.
Yeah, the only reason Regieleki survived is because it was off of just like regular Scorching Sands.
Got it.
Stat makes quite a difference, kids.
Yeah, it sure does. Maybe trying to catch a burn on that Landorus in case it went for something like a max airstream. Just trying to see if they could mitigate that damage.
Megazard still exists in my heart, Nibs, even though I never played a format where it was legal.
Which one do you like better, X or Y?
I like Y because it has Drought, and I think that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Gil switching out the Regieleki, you want to try and preserve it for later, and obviously it literally can't do a thing against that Rhyperior. And going for the max onto the Landorus, my guess would be something like a max Airstream to finish off that Whimsicott and start shifting the speed control. And Rhyperior not really threatening too much anything here.
Yeah, that's the thing. You KO the Whimsicott at the right time. Those turns of Tailwind are numbered. So as you're boosting your speed with the Landorus, those turns of Tailwind on Carter's side are ticking down.
Yeah.
See, the Max Rhyperior, something that was really, really popular, like in early series in the format.
Yeah, the classic Rhyperior Dusclops.
Yeah. You see a mid class from the Whimsicott, just doing a little bit of damage to the Venusaur.
With no special attack drop, which is good for Gil.
Yep. And Max Airstream takes out the Whimsicott.
And I don't know about you, but I don't know of a Rhyperior that's going to be able to outspeed anything on Gil's side in a Tailwind. So the Tailwind not being very helpful right now.
It sure isn't. It sure isn't. Really, Rhyperior wants to be operating in Trick Room. Maybe Carter was thinking that Gil was going to opt for that in the second game. Just trying to cover some bases. What are the chances that both the Raichu and the Rhyperior are Lightning Rod? Could be.
I personally would love that.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. So it looks like Rhyperior doesn't have anything like an Ice Punch. I know we can see the moves, but I'm pretending that I can't. So because I think you would have just gone for it there after like losing the Charizards so badly and kind of being on the back foot here. Raichu really can't do a lot to the Landorus. I really think just preserving the Venusaur in the back should win Gil the game.
Yeah, Venusaur is just going to opt to protect this turn, maybe trying to avoid a fake out, which we do see come out from the Raichu. And this Landorus is going to be free to attack. It is a Max Quake into what I guess is the Raichu, with Sand going to be taking it down at the end of the turn. It is Focus Touch. Yeah.
So we find the Focus Touch, which means that... did we see a Cobra Berry proc on the Whimsicott last turn?
I didn't.
Okay.
I wonder. No, it's not. It can't be eject button, right? Because it got hit. I really don't know.
It got hit by the Electro Webs both games, so it would have switched out.
Right.
Maybe it's like Babiri or something like that.
Could be.
Yeah, even Mental Herb's a possibility. Yeah, and Raichu just goes down to the sand, and now it's just like Rhyperior versus the world, which means that Gil has a super free sack of the Regieleki, and Rhyperior just like can't take the onslaught at this point. Like Urshifu being in the back. Like your best bet is that like Torkoal's in the back, and like you get enough special defense boost just to survive whatever the Venusaur does. But I don't think that's possible at this point.
Yeah, I don't either. Even though it is likely carrying that Solid Rock, is that the ability it has that
Yes.
lessens the damage of those super effective attacks? It is weakness policy, so it probably will take a KO this turn. But just Landorus and Venusaur alone. Oh no, we see another critical miss.
Yeah, so that's obviously a really bad miss, which is why I was saying that like you should probably just sack the Regieleki at that point because it can't do anything.
And preserve the Venusaur. So now one of the biggest threats to that Rhyperior is gone.
Yeah, and if Gil doesn't have Urshifu in the back, like it's entirely possible for Torkoal. That's what Rhyperior wants to see, to be honest.
That Rhyperior, yeah.
If Landorus can't get the KO with Earthquake at this point, which by seeing how much max Quake, actually I think it should be an Earthquake range, but like this is still kind of a scary position because if Earthquake doesn't get the KO, you just kind of lose at this point. Like Rhyperior is just gonna like Regieleki can't touch it. Torkoal's too slow to do anything. High horsepower is gonna be able to KO it. So yeah, like critting.
You see it protect. That could be an Earthquake incoming.
Yeah, this Earthquake really needs to KO. And
no, not even close.
Yeah, depending on how much this Rock Slide does, this could be Carter's game. Like a did the Landorus go down?
Yeah, the Landorus fainted. That assault that's not doing much against that +2 Rock Slide.
Yeah, this is looking really, really bad now. Because again, Regieleki can't touch it. You just high horsepower the Torkoal if it KOs, which I mean, like it's +2, it should. Like I think Gil either needs to be packing like the only Hyper Beam Regieleki in the format right now, or and even that won't do too much, or like this needs to be a fast Torkoal. Yeah, Volt Switch not doing anything. High horsepower missing.
Oh my god! Solar Beam!
Oh god!
Crazy. Oh, that is gonna be enough to finish off this Rhyperior, surely.
Torkoal embarrassed about its friend. Oh, and it crits too.
Just to add insult to injury.
Its friend Venusaur missing a crucial Frenzy Plant, swiftly dodges a high horsepower and crits a Solar Beam to give Gil the game. That is sick. We're going to game 3.
I have to say, this was really smart on Gil's positioning here. I think that we questioned a little bit letting that Venusaur go down, but what happened in that turn is that the Venusaur went down and the Torkoal came in when the Rhyperior was done being Dynamax, meaning the sun was going to stay up for the rest of the game. So that Regieleki, when it came back in, was not threatened by being KO'd to sand. Not that it really ended up mattering, but like I think that was a really kind of a smart move in hindsight. Not that I would have chosen it at the time, but
yeah, I'd say like the only counter argument to that, it's just like Regieleki is literally doing nothing at that point in the game. Like it is incapable of contributing to the team. So just throwing it in and sacking it, and then like bringing in your Torkoal, protecting and earthquaking for the chip, and then bringing back in like a best case scenario, Rhyperior is in range of an earth power, and you don't even have to risk the Frenzy Plant miss. Or like the Rhyperior doesn't have Earthquake, and they have to go for like a Rock Slide flinch onto the Torkoal, and you can just go for Frenzy Plant Solar Beam, which is a much safer win con than just going for the Frenzy Plant there.
True. But kudos to Gil for coming back from that Frenzy Plant miss. You know, it's easy to get tilted when things like that happen. So
that was definitely devastating miss, and
It really was.
luckily Gil managed to get his own devastating miss from Carter and gets to put it back into game 3.
Don't worry, Roller Coaster. You won't have those kind of misses.
Oh, I never do. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Can I get some banned Roller Coasters in the chat, please?
So yeah, I think like really this Regieleki is causing a lot of problems, and I think that Carter needs to be kind of like doing everything that they can to remove it as soon as they can. Because oh wow, I love it. It feeds me.
Nice.
Um,
Oh, we do see the Regieleki and the Venusaur. I like this. I like that lead with Torkoal's probably in the back. But we have the Whimsicott and Charizard again for Carter.
mm-hmm.
Hey, youngster Jazz. Thanks for the sub.
Man. I appreciate it.
Join our Minecraft server.
Yeah. Well, so this is kind of a less scary of a turn because Venusaur doesn't. We saw Protect from the Venusaur, although we haven't seen Earth Power. Usually, whenever I see Protect on Venusaur, I assume that it's not Sleep Powder. Oh wow, dude, Adam.
Yay!
That is
Chloe
nice.
for the sub. Thank you so much.
Dude,
and for Santacos gave us how?
He gifted us 5 subs. Dude,
Oh my gosh, so we
much,
got
Adam.
Chloe now? Yes.
You're too
Chloe, I'm glad you're here.
nice.
All right, back to the game.
Yeah, back to the game. Venusaur isn't pressuring the Charizard up because like you saw Protect, so you assume it doesn't have Sleep Powder. So you can just like go for Tailwind and then G-Max Wildfire into the Regieleki, get it off the field. It's the thing that's been causing you the most trouble, and like I don't really know what Venusaur is.
Gemma, thanks for the cheer. I think we might have like a hype train going on here, so let's keep it going. Cheers.
I'm not streamer enough to. Oh God, we do have a hype train. I'm not a streamer. I can't handle this.
Hype train. That's okay. I got this part.
Okay. So Max Quake does remove the Regieleki. That's a huge threat gone and off the board. Gil, interestingly enough, does not choose to max.
That's true. And we see...
Oh, 1,000. Thanks for the subscription.
Thanks for the sub. We made a level 1 hype train completed.
Let's go. Oh, and Tiki's gifting subs too. Thanks, man.
Oh, so got Christmas money. Nice.
Did we miss a turn? What happened? What did Venusaur do? Did it just Protect? Oh, he was baiting the Charizard to max.
And the Charizard did max.
Yeah. Okay, so now you have we're gonna stay focused. Sorry. There's a level 3 hype train going though.
Level 3
Thanks for the
hype
gifted
train?
sub Gibbs. Okay.
Pep Hickley, thank you so much for the bits. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Glad you're here.
So it looks like that was a bait to attempt to get the Charizard to max. The scary thing on the opposing end, though, is that now Whimsicott has the chance to set up Sunny Day and do a lot more damage to the Landorus than it did. I don't know if what we saw Venusaur do last turn.
Thank you so much for the gift sub. Sorry.
No. You take care of the streamer stuff.
All right,
You're good at that. You know what's happening. Venusaur just going for Protect. If Carter sets up a Sunny Day, it will not survive a Max Wildfire. I'm just laying it down how it is. It does way too much damage. Venusaur protect itself. Looks like Whimsicott is going for the Sunny Day.
Let's go for the Sunny Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venusaur protected Timber.
Mm-hmm. Wildfire is coming out. Is this into the Landorus or into the Venusaur? I think like just going into the Venusaur guarantees you a KO. That name is in Japanese and I do not understand it. Okay, it was the Landorus.
It was the Landorus. Sorry guys, there is a little bit of a lag. Just bear with us. Hopefully it'll fix itself pretty soon.
Rockball comes out and does just annihilate the Charizard. And this is looking pretty all right for Gil. He does have to deal with the Wildfire chip. I think that you probably should have gone for like a Sludge Bomb onto the Whimsicott. Landorus
rather than Protect
right now. Yeah, because like the thing is
you
like,
don't live right through Protect.
You don't live, so you might as well like try to get the double KO if you can.
Very true.
the other issue now is that the Landorus is very, very, very low. And
Guys, we have 2 minutes 35 seconds. We're 90% to a level 4 hype train. 90% there. Can we keep the hype train going?
Yeah.
Challenge extended.
And now, Blastoise can pick up that Landorus off pretty easily with Water Move, and even something like switching into Torkoal to get the Sun Up isn't really going to help you. You can Airstream, like I think switching to Torkoal and Airstreaming the Whimsicott is kind of your best option here. Fake Tears.
Oh, we see the fake tears.
Mm-hmm.
And it is onto, I don't know.
Probably the Venusaur, and an Ice Beam double up is enough to KO the Venusaur.
Right.
Blastoise came to put in some work too. Oh, the Pickly, thank you for subscribing.
Thank you so much. We made it to the level 4 hype train.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Can I get some ATX hype emotes?
Oh, yeah.
Chat?
Young Mr. Jazz, thanks for cheering, man. We appreciate it. I can't handle this, like, level of internet.
So funny. Okay, boomer.
Pretty much. Okay, Landorus does get an Airstream off. I don't know how many Tailwind turns are left, but I think you need Urshifu in the back. No, it's Torkoal again. I don't think Landorus can get through both of these. Like potentially if you Quake the Blastoise and Solar Beam the Rhyperior, I think you have a chance. But with how low Landorus is and how you still have turns of Wildfire left, I'd say that you just ignore it and like double into the Torkoal and try to get rid of it. Although it could protect, but I don't really think Gil can afford to at this point. Or you can just Ice Beam the Landorus and kill it because you still have Tailwind up.
Yeah, and keep in mind, if Gil goes for any super effective moves on the Rhyperior, we know that it has the weakness policy, and if it survives, I mean, Torkoal's not going to survive anyway, even with, it does survive without the weakness policy. My bad.
High physical defense.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me. The issue is that like it's in range of like any like kind of like Blast. Ooh, it went for the Blastoise too. That's unfortunate. Blastoise takes nothing from that. That AV is really helping it out. And yeah, poor little Torkoal just isn't going to be able to do enough on his own. Like he can dodge all the high horsepowers he wants, but it looks like he's just not doing enough damage to Blastoise to get through here in time.
Yeah, I think people have kind of found a way to work around Venusaur.
Yeah, Venusaur doesn't like opposing Tailwind and like other fast options of speed control because it really, really relies on Venusaur being able to get those fast sleep powders on or put fast pressure on, and that is going to be a win from Carter in a really, really good set though.
Yeah, it was really well played by both players.